Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Sir Cypher here with Let's Play Wargame Airland Battle. It's Campaign 3, Zhukov 2. We are going to be once again taking the role of the glorious Warsaw Pact, spreading the light of international socialism and equality for all to the decadent capitalists of the West. Now we are going to be heading down south from northern Sweden and Norway and down to push the NATO out of the peninsula. Now as you can see, clouds are forming. As you can see, this is quite a larger scale. We have 6 units we're starting off with instead of just 1. And we have quite a few units that we're going to be able to call in. Now, because I didn't do a very good job speaking about them the first time, in the other campaigns, I'm going to talk about these political actions because they're going to be pretty important. We have aerial recon, which you've seen. You can use to figure out what's in a zone. We have air raid, which reduces initiative by 2, costs 5 points. You have chemical weapons, which reduces initiative by 3. And also, pretty crucially, they can't R&R for the next 24 hours. It's actually, there's like 2 turns of that they're going to have that lower initiative score. Submarines prevent amphibious landings, and those are actually for sea zones. One difference you'll see is that amphibious units in the first campaign could only be landed on this western coast. But on this campaign, since we're Russia, all our amphibious landings have to be along the Baltic Sea. We can't land anything over here, and NATO can't land anything on our side. We have aerial cover, which prevents these air raids in case NATO launches one. Security troops stop the commando raids, which we used quite a bit in the last campaign to sort of halt enemy units. It can't be used, and it actually stops it for 48 hours, which is different from most of these. I don't think actually any of these other ones are more than 48 hours. Oh, camouflages too. So camouflage, same thing. They can't view you from the air. Now, our objectives here are to take Stavanger and Stockholm, which seem like, oh, these are pretty close, but we're going to have to fight through a lot of stuff to get to them. So it's not going to be super easy. At our disposal, we have 6 units. We have 4 Russian and 2 Polish. We have 3 guards regiments, and these are mechanized units. And you can see, though, unfortunately, most of them are not at a high state of readiness, and most of them are not very excited about this campaign. They only have like 3 or 4 morale, so that's no good. But we're going to start heading down the peninsula here. R&R this. But we do have a Polish Air Assault Division, which is very excited to be here. Polish Paratrooper Division. And we also have a Polish Naval Division, which is likewise seems very ecstatic to be here. They got 6 morale. So the Russians aren't really into this that much, but the Poles are ready to go. They are quite ready to whoop some ass here. I'm going to rest and refit the units that are really low on initiative before we move forward. Now, since there's not really that much else to do here, I'm just going to start the next turn. Move all of my units down. We see here we have a French unit come up. Charter 77. I'm assuming Czechoslovakia was packed, so I'm guessing it's some sort of anti-communist resistance. Don't really know who this guy is because I don't know much about Central/Eastern European history. And then we also have the U.S. Enterprise has arrived in the North Sea. Now, these events are actually randomized. There's some events that never happen for certain campaigns and some that always happen, but like they're randomized, so you don't get the same messages each time. And not all of them mean anything. Some of them are just fluff, and some of them are actually quite important. So now we'll R&R this Guards Motor Regiment. We'll have our Air Assault Division probably move to Christiansand. Yeah, we'll get that there. We'll actually R&R this naval brigade. We'll R&R this motorized regiment. This is some sort of light French unit, so it's airlifted. So it's not gonna. It's gonna be a lot of helicopters and light tanks and stuff. We'll have this naval division move down to Uppsala. We'll have this Guards Motor Regiment also head down here. And then we have a couple options here. We have another Guards Motor Regiment here, but there's no reason to call this in because we already have 3 of them out here. It only has 3 morale, and it's going to show up back here. So that's pretty much useless. In general, I guess it's because they're mostly conscripts, but pretty much the only Russian units you can call in that have good morale are actually like VDV or paratroopers or naval brigades or something. It seems a general rule in this game, and also almost seems like more of a general rule of units in general, that the shittier equipment formation has, the more pumped up they seem to be. Certainly seems to be true of the American military. Like, the Marines often get like last straw in the equipment handouts, but they tend to be quite excited about fighting dudes. So we're gonna call on this naval East German naval force here in Vimmerby, and we'll try and get a pincer movement here in Stockholm. I'm not sure what they have there, but we'll find out. And all these guys are R&Ring. This naval division's moving. This guard rotor measurements. So alright, looks good. So we'll call in all that. And looks like right here we have our naval division is being stopped by a Swedish Panzerbrigaden. Looks like lots of tanks, some Viggens. These are no fun. Lots of S tanks. So we're going to have to fight these right now. Now, an interesting thing about these early battles is if we can win them, it makes this campaign a lot easier, because then we'll have units with 8 morale. If we lose them or we draw and stuff, it's going to make it very hard. We really want to have as many super motivated, hardcore morale 8 units as we can, because that's how we're going to win this thing. Now, this is, of course, a Polish naval unit. So you see here, don't have super good tanks. We have some decent planes. The MiG-21Bs are actually almost like semi-legendary online for how good they seem to be at shooting down enemy planes, for what their stats would suggest. But basically, we're gonna mostly be on the defensive here, because we're not really going to have the capability to go all out, because again, we are a naval unit. So we will try and take this area here, and hopefully this area in Dmitry. And we don't even have any good helicopters either, which is quite unfortunate. One standout unit that the Polish do have is the Sokol, which is a anti-air helicopter, and it's quite good. It is quite good at shooting down enemy planes and helicopters. But as you can see here, pretty much the only unit we have in large numbers is this Niebieskie Berety, which I'm assuming is some sort of Polish Marine unit. I don't really know. So we're gonna have to work those as much as we can. We also have the faggots, fagot. I don't know actually how you pronounce it, but they are. It's not some sort of an insult. They are a Soviet ATGM system. So we're probably we got to get at least one group of guys down here, so we figure out if we're getting flanked. We'll get some guys in these buildings here. We'll also get some more of these. These are pretty much our only decent ATGM, so we want to try and keep them alive if we can. One problem with the these Polish Marines is they're actually quite expensive. They do cost quite a bit of money, so we don't. It's not like they're just like some sort of chaff we're going to throw at the enemy. If we lose them all, it will actually be quite bad. So we don't want to do that, definitely. Now, do we have cubs? Let me actually check. I don't actually remember if we have cubs. Oh, we do not. So we are going to be using Strelas. So we have no radar-guided AA. So we have no long-range AA. So we're just gonna have to make it work. We've got a bunch of MiG-21s though here. So we're gonna have to hope that works. So we'll get all these guys here. Get all these guys here. Get this T-55 in here. I'll drive these guys down here. Now, we do have slightly more morale than them, so we don't need as many points as they do. But we can still pretty easily get our poop pushed in, for lack of a better term. If we do not, if we don't play our cards right here. Now, interestingly, you often don't want to put your troops, unless they're ATGMs, in the leading houses of a group of houses, because there's no real reason to. And then enemy long-range units can snipe you, while your infantry can't shoot back. Obviously, the exception is... oh, I should probably... There's like enemy helicopters over here. Obviously, the exception is if you have ATGMs, because those obviously go quite far. So you don't really need to worry about that with those. So we'll get these Marines in these houses. Actually, we should probably put the missiles, the ATGMs in the houses, and get the Marines like up here or something. Now, we have to be really careful about losing the faggot teams, because if we lose them, we basically have no way of killing tanks. So it will be very sad. It will be very sad time for us, because enemy armored units will just walk all over us. And there won't really be anything we can do about it. So we obviously don't want that. Now, I want to shoot this chopper here, but I don't actually know. Oh, there we go. Okay. Bam. Take that. 5 points. First blood. Looks like I'm actually going to put these guys up in these houses. Now, I do actually think have some very crappy ATGM carriers, which I will be bringing here, so that I'll have some sort of fight here. And then I'll actually put my infantry up in this road here, up in this forest. Now, so we have a Vigan. Oh god, no, my circles. But there will be revenge. There will be revenge. Get him, Migs. Get him. Blam! Nobody fucks with the Polish Air Force. Nobody. So we should probably actually also bring some, at least some sort of crappy AA up here. So we have something, and then we'll bring some like a Strela team up here as well. Now we want to kind of like prepare our logistics, because when our ATGM teams start opening up, they run out of ammo like really quickly, because they only can carry so much ammo. So we definitely thought I called in some more ATGMs for this area. I'll call in 2 teams right here. Should maybe also call in a little gun thing here. I Just realized I don't actually have any recon here. So we need to fix that. We'll get the recon helicopter. Now the enemy has a nasty habit of as soon as you call in a helicopter, they call in a plane to kill it, which is not fun. I'm gonna call in another Sokol here against my better judgment, or maybe I should wait and call in a command vehicle for this zone. So this is actually a really crappy, really crappy ATGM carrier. I actually don't want it to get refueled from my transport vehicle. Oh wow, it killed something. The upside is, though, is that it has actually 18 missiles. I'm actually going to turn off ammunition reloading right now because I don't want this thing to keep sucking up supplies when it's probably just going to die. So you see here, it hit an enemy, it hit this crappy enemy tank in the back, and it didn't even really do anything. So we got enemy artillery coming in. Stunned my crappy ATGM carrier there. It's my ATGM carrier tries to get off some mad snipes. And I'll drop off my ATGM team over here. Let's see here. We'll sneak up this AA. It actually has a pretty good range, so we might actually be able to snipe some helicopters with it. Oh man, they're coming. They are coming. Oh no, my ATGM team. So it looks like where is my? We gotta get my recon helicopter here before it dies. But how did they kill all of my ATGM teams so quickly? Damn it, they killed my recon helicopter. MiGs are going to have to take their revenge. We have all these enemy panzer troops coming in here, so we're going to have to call in some serious air support here to deal with it. We want to get this MiG out of here, actually, before it gets murdered by enemy AA. And then we'll drop some bombs here. These Su-7s are not very durable. So we gotta be careful we don't lose them. My MiG here chasing around these guys. But yeah, we have quite a lot of enemy troops here, so we kind of gotta deal with this somehow. Let's see here. Oh man, there's like a lot of guys fighting my dudes. We gotta get some more Marines here before it's too late. So these Su-23s, they're kind of like they're like fighter bomber, sort of like the Su-27s. They shoot missiles instead of dropping bombs. They're pretty decent. I might actually have to just have them start shooting guys with their guns because things are getting a little dicey here. Do I have any more planes I can call in? Oh, I do. Okay, I have a bunch. Get some more Su-27s here. Su-7s. Drop some mad bombs on these guys. Because these Swedes are actually being quite tenacious here with all of their random Swede units. One thing that helps is I do have all these supply vehicles there. Now should help is I'm going to call in these Su-22s to... I'm calling these guys to just drop more and more bombs on these guys. But fortunately my Polish Marines are quite tenacious. So it looks like they're managing to more or less hold the line here. The only problem with these Su-22s, I mean, they have several problems, but a big problem is they only actually carry 2 missiles. Which kind of limits their effectiveness. Now, I need some sort of more long-range support. These helicopters are really bad, but I don't really have another choice. They have 4 really bad missiles. So, don't really have any choice but to kind of try and deal with them. Let's get some recon over here as well so I can actually see what's coming across this road. What do I have that's crappy recon that I want? Okay. I'll just have it sit across the road here so I can see what's going on. So the enemy's coming from all over. Killed my supply trucks. But I gotta get some more supply trucks here. I also need to bring some more Marines. And we'll drop bombs here on these guys. Looks like an enemy Viggen popped up. So I'll try and chase it out with my MiG-21s. Get him! Get him! Ah! So it looks like that wasn't enough to kill that guy. Now, yeah. So we're gonna use these really crappy helicopters here. We should probably actually also call in some more anti-air to shoot missiles at these guys. So these are not very good helicopters. They have 4 really, really bad ATGMs. But hey, it's kind of like, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's all we got right now. Once again, we'll call in these Su-22s again, so they can shoot their couple. They can shoot their couple bombs at these guys. They shoot their couple missiles. And so these guys are actually out of missiles. Did they blow up my supply truck? I sent to help them? No, my supply trucks. I do need to get more supply trucks here, obviously. Okay, here. There's my shooting at it with its like little like crap gun. We have more Swedes coming up here. I can try. I don't actually know how much AA they have here, but I'm gonna try and be a little dangerous and call in some airstrikes on those guys. So I do have some. Uh-oh. Viggens! Viggens! They shot down one of my planes, but I killed their... Get out of here, Viggens. Oh, they shot down one of my good planes. Okay, that's fine now. We'll call in another one. Get these Swedes into this, or get my Poles into these buildings. Evac my MiG-21s. Get these really crappy helicopters. It's hard to understate how crappy these Salamanders are, but they did what it is. So we got a total victory. We fought off that Swedish Panzerbrigaden, and we took some casualties. Unfortunately, we lost quite a few ATGM teams and lots of Marines. But at least we won, so that's okay. So we won a total victory, and now our Naval Assault Division has 8 morale, which is going to make it way more useful, despite the fact that it has no tanks. So I think it's aircraft carrier Foch. I'm not sure what country that is. I'm assuming it's French, maybe? I think France and Britain are the only countries besides the US that have aircraft carriers. But there, repression in Czechoslovakia. So we have failed to ban there. Shall we repress it, or should we consolation? Well, that's actually a good question. So I think I'm going to cut the first the day one short for now. And we'll have to ask this question to the thread. Should we crack down on the repression of Czechoslovakia? Or should we conciliation with them? Be friends, which will get 20 political points. But who knows what that will mean. Although repression, it also says contest. I think it should be discontent is going to intensify. But, so we have to decide that. So, please vote in the thread. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.